Invite our next guest, Wing Commander Srinivas Sir, onto the dais and accept his gift.
I think we are 6 meters away. I can remove the mask. I feel more comfortable. Very nice crowd, colorful, and seems to be very energetic. But you're not energetic? I think it is almost 3 hours after breakfast and we are nearing the lunch time, correct? Yeah. But it's not a regular class, you can ask for a break. There is no break now. Anyway, I just narrate a small incident that happened. Of course, just to tell you, I just retired from Air Force after serving around 2.5 decades in the aviation. Yeah. Okay. So I feel more connected to you all people because the college is about what? Yeah. So we have a undefined connection which can be defined little later after 2 years of your engineering. Okay. I have a lot of colleagues who have the same background what you have. And some of your college people also there who were there in my team recently also.
Yeah. So sorry to interrupt. It's my privilege to invite Group Captain P. Anand Naidu Sir, retired as Air Force Officer, Adjunct Professor and Center for Aerospace and Defense Laws at Nalsa University of Law, to come on to the dais.
Yeah. Chandra sir, we'll continue. Not a no.
Check. Thank you very much for your patience. Very good afternoon. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all, and nice to see young people. Before we start, I think there are some formalities. I do not know how many of you are feeling hungry. I hope not. Yeah, there are some hands going up. Good. So we will give you something, not the food, but otherwise something for your brain.
Now I cordially invite Sri Chandradasaka Sir, Head Academic and Industry Council CSI Hyderabad Chapter, to kindly introduce the speakers.
Thank you. Hyderabad Chapter. I belong to CSI. Okay, let me take the privilege of introducing both the guests from Air Force. Okay. I think, when you are asking and talking about artificial intelligence, there will be a day when you're going in a car and the Google is giving you directions. It will tell you, you need to take a turn left 200 meters later, but we know that you don't take turn there. You'll go ahead, don't ask me. Or you call somebody, it says, this gentleman is speaking to so-and-so, so it is better you call him after 1 hour. Okay, right. Let me quickly introduce both the speakers. Group Captain Anand Naidu. He is a retired Air Force officer with more than 25 years of service. He was working as Additional Director General, Prasar Bharati in both Doordarshan and All India Radio after leaving Air Force. He is one of the directors of Information Sharing and Analysis Center, ISAC, and CleanExit. He is also a lawyer and teaches cyber laws. As adjunct professor in Center for Aerospace and Defense Laws at Nalsa University of Law, Hyderabad. So we are presenting you Group Captain honor. Next speaker, Wing Commander Srinivas, a recently retired Air Force officer with more than 3 decades of qualitative experience in management of aircraft operations, air traffic controlling, airport management, project execution of runway, tarmac constructions, training and development, security and intelligence operations, served across the length and breadth of the country, in all the regions of the country and part of various operations. Presently working as a senior consultant aviation with Information Sharing and Analysis Center ISAC, partner of GMR Aviation for enhancing cyber security. He is also a visiting faculty at Nalsar University of Law. He is also a consultant for Meetstar, company engaged in manufacturing radio communication systems for their anti-drone project. So I am presenting in Commander Srinivas also. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Before I will sir, right now. I will sir, can I take 10 minutes? And please, give permission. Where were you? 1 o'clock and hungry. He has already promised that there will be some material which can satisfy your hunger. Hunger of maybe plus for your knowledge, basically. So I just narrate an incident. It was around 4:45 in the morning. 4:45 in the morning here is almost, I can say, generally most of the people sitting here must be either you must be on the bed or you must have just gone to bed also. Correct? So, but the colleague officer who was a part of this same team was there with me. He rang me up and told me, so there is some urgency, under an emergency. What happened? So she told, it's a lady officer. Sir, the aircraft which was to be launched in the morning for a mission had got some emergency, could not take off because there is a minor fuel leak. At the lineup it has to be sent back. I am preparing another aircraft, give me 12 minutes of time, it will be ready. I said 12 minutes, it is too long a time. I don't know. I spoke to my chief operations officer, I told him it is 12 minutes delay now for the mission. So he said no, we can't have 12 minutes because another 15 minutes, this aircraft is supposed to be there at a particular place where it is supposed to be there to give a threat to the enemy. We are right now giving threat only, we are not doing a war. Then I conveyed immediately, said, what can you do? Then she said, sir, I will do one thing. I will not switch off the engine and take a little risk, do the necessary maintenance and get the same aircraft getting airborne. Let's see. As I give you a chance now, then she did. And she went in the biting cold to the tarmac with her team, did whatever maintenance she did and made the aircraft ready, and the aircraft was launched. It went, completed the mission and came back. Was it good? Exciting? It's all you, people who are sitting here, who are going to do the same in the coming days. How many of you want to really do such an exciting, challenging job in your future? Raise your hands. Oh, many hands. Okay, we will answer all your questions also at the end of the session. Okay, there are a lot of opportunities. They are waiting outside this room. But the people who couldn't join this room may not be knowing also. You are the lucky people I am saying. You are here in this gathering to know. As Mr. Srinivas has already explained about the digitization and the technology that is going to happen in future, and it is already there. Now I am going to say only a specific sector, that is about the aviation. You all know that after the 1902 or 03, Wright brothers innovated the aviation had started from that place. Some people say it is already there decades ago, centuries ago. You know, the Pushpak Viman which has come from Lanka, it is already there. But then whatever, we have a proof that it has started in 1902. Since then, the aviation industry has grown manifold. Till 2020, the growth was very exponential. What happened in 2020 is something which all you know. 11th March, when the World Health Organization declared that the COVID-19 is a pandemic, the aviation industry also had got affected. But it is a small downfall. That's it. But now it is everything is coming back. I think for 1.5 years you are not there in the schools and colleges, but you are back now. Similarly, all the industries are opening up, including the aviation industry. The opportunities in aviation industry, I am saying, if I am going by the government figures, they are going to be six-fold by 2025. 2025, we are going to have more than 1,500 aircraft operating in the Indian skies belonging to India, which is now 600 only. We have 600 aircraft operating right now for all the operators. We are going to have at least 1,500 of aircraft physically. And the most important thing that is for the engineers is the MRO, maintenance, repair and overhauling. This is going to be almost 15 times what we are having now, because the Southeast Asia is going to be the biggest hub for all the aircraft to transit. You know what is happening? Many of the aircraft which are operating transcontinental, they choose a place where the facilities are there to come, halt, get servicing done quickly and go back. So this MRO industry is also increasing manifold. So there are a lot of opportunities for the engineers in the aviation industry for doing the MRO business. Thereafter, airport operations, signals, navigation, everything is connected to the engineers only. All the fields are going to need more and more people, because the passenger traffic is expected to increase more than 25 times what it is there today. You know, aviation, how does it become very affordable now? You know, when I was in the project runway resurfacing of construction at a place in northeast India, the contractor was facing difficulty to mobilize his labor. What did he do? He tied up with one of the aviation companies, moved all the laborers in the Indigo aircraft. You know, the daily uses people, it is very convenient for them to travel by air, because it is fast and it is safe during the COVID times. Because train, you are exposed more times in the train, the travel time also is more, and it is also affordable now to travel by air. How many of you have traveled by air? Raise your hands. Oh, so many. Anyhow, because there was no necessity to leave your home and go, and now the travel starts immediately after the 4th year of your graduation. You start applying for jobs, the people will call you for interviews, writing tests, so the travel will start, it will go like anything. And you will get fed up about the travels only, you want to be at home. I'm very sure. And next, since I am from the Air Force, quickly I will tell about the Indian Air Force job opportunities also. Most of you must be aware that you can apply for Indian Air Force officer's job through AFCAT, Common Admission Test. That happens twice a year. The notification comes in June and December, and the exam takes place in February and August. Those who are in the final year can appear. Those who are not having backlogs, of course. I think most of you are in that, not in that category, right? And this exam consists of a written test, interview, and thereafter medical test and merit list. A small preparation of your professional subjects, thereafter general personality development and related aspects in the interview. That is sufficient to keep yourself healthy and fit. That's it. If we can join Air Force and serve for 20 plus years, all of you all can do. For further details, anything, at the end of the session, we'll take on questions if anything is required. Thereafter, about the aviation, who are there? See, you are very lucky to be in Hyderabad. Why I am saying, we have one of the best airports in the country, and not only in country, in Southeast Asia and world also, GMR. GMR has got a wonderful aviation academy co-located here only. They have a lot of courses which can be done online while you are doing the graduation also. Also, these details I will give you end of the session if you want. This certified professional in aircraft operations, airport operations, all these courses are 3 months, 1 month. Keep doing the courses, acquire your knowledge and add to your CV so that you will get more opportunities at the end of your graduation. Most important thing, what I am saying is, as senior officer has told, digitalization. That is also happening in the airports. So all the airports are also getting modernized. All of the ticket is computerized and the security is computerized. Everything is computerized. Biometric, facial identification, and they are building on only digitalization these days. When the digitalization has increased, there is a threat of cyber security also in that. So the field of cyber security in the aviation is something which is growing very, very fast. If we have opportunities in cyber security also, which I request Group Captain Naidu to cover it during this presentation. Those who are going into these fields, we have got all the details available. At the end of the session, we will take on questions. Quickly, I will wrap it up, and I wish you all the best, and hand over to Guru Captain Naidu. Naidu sir.
Thank you very much, Sri. Yeah, I'll also remove my mask because I'm going to be at least 6 feet away from you all. Thank you, CSI, Mr. Chandrasekhar, Mr. Bala Prasad, the management of the Institution of Aeronautical Engineers. Thank you all for giving us this opportunity to interact with you all. Now, for the next 45 minutes or so, I'll be speaking to you about why cyber security. VSR sir has taken us through the technology, the digital engineering thinking, why one should be thinking digital, irrespective of the discipline, irrespective of the space you want to be, whether you want to be AI, ML, wherever you want to be. Even if you want to be a civil engineer, trust me, you have to think digital today. I keep telling people, I am a non-engineering background person. I have served in the Air Force and I have served in the Prasar Bharati and everywhere. The digital thinking today is a must. Unless we think digitally, we will not be able to survive. That's what the problem is. And I will be talking about the problems that are faced by all of us. I think the volume is very high. Can you have the volume lowered slightly? So it's reasonable. How inadvertently people are getting into a lot of difficulties. What can be done by you, especially the students, inadvertently and in that Josh, what all they are doing now and how that is going to impact the students in future. How it's going to be negatively impacting you all in future, especially when you go for jobs, when you go for any other project, funding from the venture capitalists or anyone, if you have started some startups or thinking like that. That's what VSR was talking about. That vision can be actually achieved only when you have clean cyber footprints. Clean cyber footprints, very essential for us. So the topic is cyber swachhta. Positive and negative context will be discussed by me in the next 40 minutes. Now, the whole thing about cyber security, if any one of you is thinking that it's not for me, you are mistaken. You are sadly mistaken because it's affecting everyone. My mother stays in village in northern Andhra Pradesh, and she is illiterate, but she operates a smartphone, and she lost money because of that. The banking fraud has affected her. She never wanted to be impacted by these digital frauds that are happening. All of us, we know what is happening around us. Most importantly, the online other crimes that are happening, especially for the women, for the girls, very distraught incidents that are happening. How you can protect yourself, what is to be done. Similarly, what are the opportunities that we have as far as the cyber security field is concerned in terms of careers that you can choose, careers that you can, irrespective of your branch, what all careers you can go for, irrespective of your engineering background, because you are all engineers. Non-engineers also can go, that's what we tell everyone. The computers, they don't need engineers actually. If you are an engineer, you have an advantage, definitely. You start at a higher platform, but you don't have to have an engineering degree to be good at computers. If you have analytical thinking, that's what VSR was saying. You have analytical thinking, obviously you are up to it. You are definitely going to match the best. Best of the cyber security professionals I have interacted are non-engineers. I am not saying you should all be non-engineers to be cyber security professionals. Please complete your engineering. I am not saying don't do that. But it's possible to be done by anyone. It's possible to be done by anyone. That is why the problem. The hacking is being done by absolute non-engineering graduates. You would have, how many of you have seen that Jamtara? The Flipkart? Oh, very nice. This one. The series that they have brought out. So people have seen. Jamtara is a village, small town, not village, in Jharkhand. And the whole of that town is filled with cyber criminals. And they not only attack, they also produce cyber criminals. They run institutions, they run academies to train cyber criminals. and most of them are 10th pass. 10th pass. You will be shocked to hear this. You go to any kiosk where you get your cell phone, topping up of your cell phone. The operators who are sitting behind that kiosk, they are the worst cyber criminals. For example, how they do it, if a girl goes to get her cell phone topped up, he takes a photograph and he rates that photograph based on attractiveness and willingness to speak. These are the two ratings that they give, and that rating is sold. And then those telephone numbers are used on different platforms and people start calling. So he is not an engineer. Trust me, the cell phone shops owners are not engineers, but they are the worst cyber criminals. That's why it is very essential that all of us pay a little more attention to this particular aspect, how to protect ourselves. Okay, the requirement for us is to be aware. Be aware of both problems as well as the opportunities that are there. Huge opportunities in cyber field. Okay. Huge opportunities in cyber field. Trust me, today you have so many opportunities because sir has spoken about the industry 4.0 technologies. The new and emerging technologies, they are known as. There are about 10 plus technologies that are there. They are changing the way we look at it. We look at the world. The other day I was in Elite. We have a collaboration to set up a center of excellence there to encourage more women participation in cyber security, to bring in more women into cyber security. Now they have the printing machines that they have. He says, you give me a photo of your ear, I will print it and you can fix it if you want to change your ear. You don't like your nose, you can get it printed. You can get it printed and you can put a new nose as per your desire. That is the kind of printing technologies that have come. The AI/ML, of course, he has spoken at length. You are all aware. You are all from that field. The data science. She was asking about what are the opportunities. The data science is into almost every field. The otherwise unknown fields also are using data science to professionally manage the data. And cyber security is there wherever there is data. That is the problem. Wherever there is data, there is cyber security. And we have to secure ourselves. Nobody is going to come and secure us. If we think that cyber security is only of the responsibility of the police, the government, we are done. Okay? Awareness. One individual attains realization and awareness in the society, the whole society moves up by a notch. This is a fact. If you are aware, you will protect your near and dear ones. You will protect yourself. Once you protect yourself, you are protecting the nation. How? I'll tell you. Recently, you would have heard about attacks on NIC, 100 NIC companies. NIC is what? Anyone can tell me? What is NIC? Anyone knows what is NIC? No? National Informatics Center. And this is the organization which actually manages all the IT infrastructure of the government of India and all the PSUs. National Informatics Center. Now NIC, from that 100 computers, someone has stolen the data. How did they steal? The hacker has hacked into one personal email ID of an employee of a private company in Bangalore. Through that, he has been able to reach the NIC computers. 100 computers, they have drained out the data. 100 computers. Last year, we had an attack on ISRO. How did it happen? A non-technical, non-operational person email ID was hacked, and they could, fortunately, the resilience of the systems is so good that there was no damage. Similarly, we had in one of our nuclear power plants, we had attack. And how did it happen? Through an administrative low-level employee's email ID. They hacked into that, and through that, they went into most secure systems that are there in the nuclear power plant. So, don't think that compromising your email ID is not of significance to the nation. It is possible that if your email ID is compromised, that may be used to attack into the systems which are belonging to the defense, which are belonging to the railways, which are belonging to the police, and we will also be informed. So, it's essential that we understand what is happening with our cyberspace. With my cyberspace, I should protect, then only I will be able to protect other cyberspaces. If I don't protect my cyberspace, I am putting the national security at risk. This is what the reality is, unfortunately. Next. Okay? This is where the problem is. Always just remember that your protection is actually directly or indirectly impacting the national security. I have just explained to you 3 incidents. There are many incidents like that. There are many examples I can quote, and it's happening. The last year's, this year's Mumbai power outage is a result of cyber attack. Pimpri-Chinchwad is a small, it's a township outside Pune. It's a smart city, and Pimpri-Chinchwad had power outage resulting from cyber attack from somewhere else. We have so many attacks that are happening even now. Okay, there are no boundaries in cyber crimes. That's the problem. Someone sitting in Nigeria can attack you. Someone sitting next to you, the girl sitting next to you may be actually attacking you through the VPNs routed through some other country, Pakistan or Russia or China. Okay. Similarly, sitting here, you may be inadvertently logging into some protected systems. Some critical information infrastructure you may be attacking, because there are people who want to experiment, and in experimenting maybe they are attacking someone. There are no boundaries, there are no physical boundaries for that. Shocking and crippling effect. Yes, recently in the US, very highly advanced and technologically giant it is. The school management system was hacked. They could not even ring the bells of the school. They could not open the doors of the school. The schools were closed. You would have all heard that the supply chain management system has been hacked and they did not have beef. Fortunately, beef is not going to impact us that much, as much as it impacted US, but that's stable there. And beef was not available. Petrol, the gas lines were attacked. You name it and it is being attacked. So, it gives shocking effect because there is no beef. People are suffering, no petrol. They are not able to drive vehicles. Okay, ubiquitous in nature, everywhere it is there. Remote intelligence, sitting here we can attack other places, other systems, other networks. Anonymity of them. This is the worst thing. This is the one factor which emboldens the criminals. They think that I am online, I cannot be traced. It's a mistake. It's a mistake on the part of that person to think like that, because electronic footprints are easily traceable. The only problem today is the international community has not yet come together as far as addressing this issue is concerned. The day they come together, it's going to be very easy to catch this scoundrel and bring him to book. It's as easy as that. Electronic footprints, if you leave, they are for good, they are permanent, they are easily traceable. Please don't leave any message, communication or footprint in the cyberspace that you will regret in future, that you will regret in life. And we, in the foundation that I am from, we handle almost 4 or 5 calls every day. People feeling bad about their own indiscretions. They have done something 6 months back. One girl has passed on photographs to one boy, and that boy also has passed on the photographs. After that, he wants, due to Corona, he wants more money to enjoy. She doesn't give, she refuses to give. He puts those photographs on the social media. In one of the schools, one boy, he started attacking the whole school management for almost 7-8 months. So all these indiscretions are going to be very, very expensive. Just be careful that all that is resulting from anonymity, there is no anonymity as far as the electronic space is concerned. It is all open. Anyone can be a victim. Yes, all of us can be victims inadvertently. It is possible that attackers are wanting to attack some other network, some other individual, but in that plowing, we may also get caught. In that process, it is possible that he may find our own IP address and he may be attacking us. So we can all become victims. We have to be alert on this. Okay. Last thing, footprints I have already spoken. children accessing internet. Of course, you are not children, you are grown-up children, of course. So there is not much of problem as far as that is concerned. But you know what is happening? Multiple people using the same device. You are using, your brother or sister is using, and how safe they are while using, how many protections they are taking, what precautions they are taking. Very important. Please understand that, because it's possible that you would have saved some nice photographs in your gallery, and your sister or brother is uploading all of them, and some stupid guy, he wants to morph them and then put it up somewhere else. Okay, all these our call registers, they can be uploaded by the children inadvertently. The network, the email IDs, all these personally identifiable data can be uploaded inadvertently, kept open by the children. Just be careful about it. Phishing, identity theft, and financial frauds, I will talk about them a little more in detail. Next slide. Understand this. One in every 3 Indians. This is for only identity theft. What is identity theft? Anyone can tell me? All computer science background? Identity theft? Anyone? No. Not interested. Anyone can tell me what is identity theft? No. Password. Stealing passwords. Stealing access. Okay? Passwords. Corona pandemic has obviously added to the problems we have explained to you. Data protection, it's gone for a toss already because of this cyber attacks. You know, every day there is a long list of leaked credentials, access credentials on the dark web. Every day. In Air India, we had a huge cache of credentials that have been put on the dark web. We had the biggest of the attacks in the world have happened on India only. And we are the prime target for many of the state and non-state groups which are operating in the cyber theft. Okay? These are the things you are all aware, I think, because you are from the computer science, AI, ML background, so you must be knowing all these things. But just understand one or two things very important. The cyber terrorism. You may be experimenting something, trying to do something different, wanting to log into DRDO website, wanting to log in just for fun, wanting to log into the railways, just for fun, wanting to log into FOD, and there is difficulty. There is going to be great problem because you can be booked under cyber terrorism and it can cause a lot of difficulty. Just be very, very careful. Okay? Okay, these are the types based on objectives, whether it is financial objective, personal vengeance, especially at your age. It's possible that, oh, he has said this, let me attack his, hack his ID. Let me hack his Facebook. Let me hack his WhatsApp. Okay, this is all happening and it's happening very frequently. So don't indulge in all those things. That's another type. Then we have viruses, malwares being injected, being spread as part of massive attack, outsider penetration and insider theft also. Insiders also. Okay? Theft of property. Theft of property means including money. Okay? Sabotage of data and networks. In 3 years back in Mumbai, one hospital was feeling jealous of another hospital because that hospital was getting more patients from abroad. Okay, the patients from some particular region were coming in more numbers to that particular hospital. So the hospital which was getting less numbers, they hired one hacker and he hacked into the patient management system of the other hospital. And as a result, what happened? The medicines, generally the nurses give medicines based on what is there on the screen. No? She checks for each patient, says, okay, this dose at this time, these many times in a day and things like that. And that system was hacked and wrong medicines were given. 3 people lost their lives. Because of the reasons behind the whole activity, it did not come into open, but 3 people lost their lives. Recently, during pandemic only, in Germany, there was an attack. They had to evacuate patients from one hospital In some cases, they had to evacuate to the neighboring countries. During the pandemic, many hospitals in India, the bigger chains of hospitals were attacked. Many of them. Okay, so it's happening. And last thing, of course, vengeance, I have told you, blackmail is happening very, very rampantly. Everywhere it's happening. Okay, depending on the target, it can be individuals, it can be organizations, or it can be on the against the property also. Individuals, most of them are personal issues. Mostly it is personal issues, and many times the online sexual crimes, all those things are happening against the individuals. And in case of its organization, both companies as well as networks like chartered accountants, networks like lawyers, firms, chartered accountants, by the way, are very, very frequently attacked. The gentleman there standing, he wants to come and give this lecture, I am ready, no problem. Hello? You can come and give that lecture here if you wish. No? I'll be happy to listen to you if you know more than what I'm saying. Thank you. Okay, next. Okay, these are the problems that are rampant in our students especially, and that is impacting one generation of students. While the information availability, while the accessibility being high is very good, it's also causing a lot of distractions. One distraction is the video gaming addiction. It's a big distraction. Now, at one level, it's only wasted of time. But there are different levels in that video gaming addiction. And there are too many predators who are operating on that video gaming space. There are groups of attackers operating together and attacking the children who are gullible, who don't understand that these many things are possible. There are people who are, the grandparents especially, are losing a lot of money because grandparents give their access credentials to their internet banking to the grandchildren. Right behind you is Air Force Academy. One day I was the resound system. So one day I was sitting with the bank manager, SBI manager there. I went for a transaction there. I saw a lot of people queuing up and generally there in around that bank. I asked her why it is so. It was last working day. So she told me something very startling and very shocking. She said, sir, on the last working day of the month, they get their pension. All of them come, they withdraw almost all the amount except 10-50 rupees they will leave in the account. Otherwise, they ask me to transfer it to some other account, FD or whatever it is. I asked why. Says, most of them say that their grandchildren have access credentials and their grandchildren within the first few days, they spend all of that money on video game. This is the problem. And I saw more than 100 people there. She says this is a major problem as far as the rural areas are concerned. Because the old people, they are not good at handling the internet and things like that. They give their credentials to the grandchildren and they are getting money spent by them because of the video game addiction. Okay? Cyber sexual crimes, major problem. India, the porn pictures we produce and consume maximum in the world because there is no limitation. Despite IT Act being stringent, the imposition of those laws, the implementation of those laws is not strong enough. The police at one level are not fully aware. While there are pockets of excellence in police, there are also absolute ignorant levels in some of the police forces. So that is causing a lot of difficulty. Cyber frauds, we are discussing about them in any case. Online drugs, this is another aspect that has actually caught the attention of the nation during the corona. We are hearing so many cases that are happening. They are subjudice, so I do not want to name them. But we know that far too many celebrities are involved in online drug activity. Far too many. The best of them whom we idolize, thinking that, wow, she is too good, wow, he is too good. They are all online drug addicts. Student community in some of the states is so very badly impacted. We conduct a training program known as Cybercrime Intervention Officer Program. This program is an AICTE approved program, 15 hours online live instructor driven program. There was one student who has joined from Coimbatore. During the session, he came up, he says, sir, I have a problem. I said, what is the problem? He says, every 15 days, 10 days, one of my friends comes, he gives me a cell phone to keep it for safe custody for about 4-5 days. And after 4-5 days, he comes, takes it back. After that 15-20 days, he is not seen. So during the session, he asked me like that. So I said, okay, just do one thing, go and speak to your college counselor or your head of the department, engineering college only. So he went and told that to the engineering college head of the department. And that head of the department, fortunately, he knew the cyber cell police, computer science department. He knew the cyber cell police officer in charge. He spoke to him. So they called this boy. Sure enough, this boy was seriously addicted to drugs. Because of that, what he does, every time he comes to the college, he will flip someone's mobile, gives it to his friend keeps it for 5-6 days. By then the student who lost the mobile has forgotten, and this boy goes and sells the cell phone and buys drugs. Such criminal activity. So finally, of course, he has been put into aviation and all that. Coimbatore, this has happened. Coimbatore, there is one Professor Jaykumar, who is head of the Department of Computer Science in one of the engineering colleges, and also helps the police. We have a program known as Top Current. So he helps the police in resolving the cyber crimes. So that's how we could resolve this issue. Okay, social media addiction. Now this is too big. There are people losing their lives. Celebrities losing their lives. Celebrities want so much of attention. They try and do everything to get attention of the people, eyeballs and visibility. They want to be in the news always. And when they are in the news on the wrong side, they are not able to take the pressure. Trolling has killed many celebrities, especially young celebrities. Many of us, we encourage our children to create YouTube videos and things like that to make them celebrities. Celebrity word is very good, but you have to prepare the celebrity to be the celebrity. When we want to prepare, like, I have a son. Oh, he's in Germany, he's working there. He's a software engineer. So one day he called me. He said, thank you so much, sir. I call him, sir. He calls me, sir. So in that, thank you so much, sir. I said, what happened suddenly? And once in 3-4 months you call me and suddenly you tell me, thank you, sir. What happened? So he called me and he said, I wanted to just thank you for one thing, that every time you talked about success, you also spoke about managing the success. That means not suffering the success. Success comes. You should enjoy the success. You should take prestige and matter of pride out of success. But should not be arrogant. Should not be misusing that position of success. So you have to teach. In your case, you have to learn that. Celebrities, unfortunately, when someone becomes celebrity suddenly, if she or he is not groomed to handle that success, it can become very difficult. We have too many celebrities, young celebrities, 18, 19-year-olds. Many of you would have read the story of Sridevi also. She was a heroine at, I think, 13 and a half or something. And she was acting with actors like NTR, those days. And, her success story, if you actually read, it's riddled with a lot of problems. Savitri we lost because she could not handle success. Now, in the cyberspace, why I am saying this is, the social media can bring that kind of a success overnight. It can bring success overnight. There are people, students, who are writing absolutely fantastic content on social media. They are making actually crores of rupees. And there are also people who are making crores of rupees writing, doing wrong things. How? Recently, I think you would have read it in the newspaper. Coimbatore, one husband and wife, young couple, they decide to make fake money. And it was used money. 6 crores was actually recovered from their house by the police who were raiding. 6 crores. And what were they doing? PUBG game, they would log in, both of them, and while the gamers are playing games, they would use abusive language to give the players kick. PUBG game is being played by the students, which is of course banned now. We have got something else. These two used to give abuses in Tamil. Of course, the long arm of the police reached them, and they are behind the bars. That's the natural outcome of these things that happen. So success handling success on social media, very essential. They were also on video gaming platforms. They were part of every video gaming platform. And they would spend, suddenly they will go log into one video gaming platform, 2-3 hours they spend, get some money, come home. That's what they would do. So please be careful about how to handle and use this social media. I'm not giving you ideas how to misuse. I'm saying please be careful because as I told you, the electronic footprints are easily traceable. There is no way you will escape. Only problem is, on that given day, that police department has to decide that that case is number one on their priority. Early morning they have briefing, police people. In the briefing, if they decide that this case is number one, by the evening they will have a definitely press meet and they will announce, we have caught the culprits. To tell you one example. Chief Minister of Delhi, Mr. Kejriwal, very popular Chief Minister, his daughter lost some money. 3 days. In 3 days, actual culprits were brought to Jalgaon and produced in Delhi. I practiced law. I had a little difficult case of one Air Force officer. His mother and he bought a flat in Delhi, Noida. And from whom they bought, that guy was a little crook, businessman, rich businessman. He was a crook. He initially told he will sell the house. Subsequently, the rates were going high. Between the time they paid the advance and the house to be handed over, the costs went up by about 10-12%. So he was asking them for the extra money. They said, nothing, we have agreed on a certain amount. They did not. He said, I am not selling it. They said, okay, give us money, advance. He said, I will give checks. He gave checks. The checks bounced. They kept trying to get that money back, 25 lakh rupees. He never gave. He was rich. He is rich. He is a good businessman. His father is a rich businessman. But they refused to give. Finally, 6 months, 1 year, nothing. Then he came to me. I said, no problem. Check bonds. We will have solutions. We had solutions. What did we do? We filed a case. We got non-bailable warrants issued against this couple. Then we went to the SP. I went to the SP. I said, we need your help. What? I want to teach a lesson to this guy. How? I said, no problem. He said, are you ready to help me? I will help you. Okay, fine. On 24th December, on a Thursday night, we picked him up by using the tracing, call tracing. Call tracing technology is there with all the police. Telangana police is very smart, by the way. They are very, very quick. If anyone is trying to fool with them, you are in for trouble. They are the best. Telangana police is the best. Just be careful. Don't try anything illegal. So from Delhi, Noida, the SP sent a police inspector lady and a gentleman police inspector. Both of them went after finding out the location of these two based on their cell phone tracing. 2 days they were there. They picked them up. They brought them to Delhi. At about 8 o'clock they landed in Delhi. By 3 o'clock in the early morning, they not only paid 25 lakhs that were due to that colleague of mine, they also paid penalty, 25 lakhs. They also paid 5 lakhs to the police as imam. All that in 4-5 hours. How? Because of call tracing. So that's what I'm saying. Footprints, very, very easy to be caught. And how they were caught? Because they were on social media active. They were sending messages from here and there. They were using the cell phones. So Noida police could catch them like this. So it can be used both ways. And by the way, the new IT laws are mandating, although it is in hold now, for the time being, there is a stay on the new IT rules. But they mandate every platform which is providing social media services to be able to trace the origination of the call, the origin of the call. It's a provision. So all of us should be, like for example, some days back there was a message saying that the Balnagar flyover has collapsed. There was a false message like that. And that guy was caught within 2 hours. I told you Telangana police is smart. Okay. Work study from home has added to the problems of cyber security. Use of technology. I am not scaring you by saying all these problems are coming in cyber security. Use your technology very well. Please use them positively. Please use them constructively. Benefit out of it. I know 3rd-year engineering students, I am mentoring them, 3 of them. They have created startups. Fantastic startups. I am partnering with a couple of fourth year engineering students in Mysuru. They have created a technology which is used to, for the medicine treatment remotely. There are a number of success stories as far as creativity and startups are concerned. Use the technology positively. Sky is the limit. Why you talk about any of our big success stories in India? They are very young people. Speaking, okay. All of them are very young people. Use technology for the beneficial way. Always you will benefit and you will go far. Okay. Fast and efficient help will come. Gain knowledge, brings people closer, disappearing distances, obviously. These are all very common things. But I want you to please focus on the right hand side. The hazards. Actually, perennial distractors, technology. If you don't understand that constantly watching your cell phone, how much of damage it is causing, you are losing out a lot by looking at the cell phone constantly. Okay, potentially FOMO they call it, fear of missing out. FOMO. As if the whole world is going to crash if I don't look at my cell phone in the next 1 minute. Nothing is going to happen. The world will be better without you looking at the cell phone. The world will be much better. Okay, don't be in FOMO. Peer pressure, weapon on social life, crimes or legitimate users. Video game. It's not a game. Stay safe, play safe. Stay safe, play safe. That's the motto. Okay? Okay, you want me to go? Thank you all. I'll continue because you have careers aspect of this. Okay, cyberbullying, the privacy problem, they are all there. You are all aware, computer science students. Next slide. You must please understand how to manage your social media, how much of your presence should be there in social media. I'll tell you what I have done in my personal life. Maybe it will be useful for all of you. My children, I have a daughter and a son. My daughter is a foreign service officer. My son is, I told you, computer science. Every time, as an additional daily Doordarshan, any time I had to send any social media post, and if it's not official and confidential, I would discuss with them, ask them, this is what I'm wanting to post. What is your view? What is your view? Discuss. And they will come out with their solutions. At the end of it, they understand the responsible way of posting on social media. Responsible way of posting on social media. Very important. We must understand what is the responsible way of posting and what is the responsible way of being there. Benefit by all means. Exploit the opportunities that are given by social media by all means. Trust me, the Facebook marketing has changed life of so many women. It has changed the life forever. Suddenly you found that products which are not known otherwise to anyone have become big hit. All because of positive uses. Please use, and if someone is coming to ask you how do I benefit from this platform, please give them the positive sides of the social media. You will be doing a lot of good to yourself as well as to the person who is seeking your help. It's huge platforms. I'm telling you, every day it's changing. It's multiplying day by day. The gain and benefit. Okay. I just strictly, not to scare you, but to put you into your minds that there are many serious outcomes if you indulge in these indiscretions, I call them. Indiscretion. Sometimes ignorant acts, and ignorance is not going to be overlooked by the law, especially when it is indulging against someone. Obviously, that indulgence is not going to be overlooked. Okay? We have IT Act 2000. We also have IT Amendment Act 2008. Okay? IT Act was created, by the way, to facilitate e-commerce. This is one act which has started, which was brought in to facilitate something. And it has done a fantastic job as far as e-commerce is concerned. Our checks, now we are able to issue the checks online. We are able to transfer money online. We have so many payment gateways and things like that. They are all outcome of this act. They are all the positive outcomes of this act. But there were some misuses that has been addressed subsequently. What else? You want to close? Asha. Okay, so time is up. Oh, okay, fine. No problem. Okay. So I think the slide on careers, if you can just click. Okay. So this is one program which we conduct to protect yourselves. This is an ASC approved program. You can go through. It's available on our website. Cybercrime Intervention Officer. It trains you as first responders in cyber security. First responders, in case if there is anyone becoming victim, you can help them. You of course will be able to protect yourself separately from the cybercrime. Okay. These are the career-oriented certifications that we conduct from our foundation. I will leave this slide with the college. You can go through. Otherwise, www.isacindia.org is my foundation's URL. You can go into the website. You can see all these courses. They are all job-oriented programs. 40 lakh jobs. They are there today, recorded. There are many other jobs which we do not know as far as cybersecurity field is concerned. And it is waiting for every person from any and every discipline. Need not be from computers, I told you. BA, BSc, BCom, Polytechnic students, for everyone. Engineers, of course, they are all going to get jobs if they are trained. We train some people in different levels and we haven't had people unemployed. The cybersecurity firms are asking us to give more number of people. Okay? These are the job roles that you can get into if you get trained as cybersecurity professional. The aviation cybersecurity is another big thing that is coming up. We are creating a cybersecurity center of excellence in aviation only. Only aviation cybersecurity center of excellence in front of GMR airport in Shamshabad. That's coming up very soon. You will probably be able to see it before you pass out. These are the job roles that are there. Okay, next. That's it. I think you are all in a hurry. We have another program, so we must wind up. Thank you very much. Thank you all. I hope you get any questions, one or two questions quickly on the careers or anything like that, or you don't want to ask?
Yeah, your HOD is saying that she is going to organize a different session, especially for the career opportunities in the cybersecurity field and any courses that you would like to do. There is a course which is very interesting and which has got a credit also for you, which is accredited by ACTE. That she's already been briefed about and will be definitely visiting once again. And for today, I think because lunch is also there, I think it is getting cold also. We'll wind up here. But I hope you have enjoyed the session. Cyber security is something, it is same as you are feeling now. You are not feeling about the urgency of this field. I am very sure. It is the nature of everyone in India right now. We are going to increase or develop into some 5 trillion economy, correct? Almost only how much? Not even 1/3 of China. We are targeting 5 trillion, 1/3 of China. Today, to become that, our cyber security is something which is to be very perfect, solid and unbreakable. If you are not knowledgeable about this, you are going to be exposed personally. Your family is going to be exposed as a team, and society and the country is also at danger. I am telling for your career, please learn about this field very importantly. About the aviation, I am always available, and she has got the intention in any case to have a separate association for that region. We are having a different program with Women Leaders Entrepreneur program that is there with ELI. We have in Hyderabad. They are calling 3 colleges together one day. That is all women colleges only. For the same program we have got it next week. Similarly, I think she is also planning. We'll meet again once again. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Small announcement. We have a lot of internships open. In case if anyone wants to intern in cybersecurity, we have internships open. We have an internship vertical. We conduct hackathons. While I am speaking to you, we are conducting a massive hackathon for the Indian Army in 3 different challenges in secure coding, in SDRs, software defined radios, which probably many of you would not have heard. Then of course CTF, capture the flag. These are the three different challenges that are there. It's a massive hackathon. 15 lakh rupees is the prize money. In addition, of course, the Prime Minister is likely to give away the award. So it's on now. Internships, as I told you, there is an opportunity to work with the police, local police, if you go through certain processes. The processes include the professional ethics and workplace training, which is free of cost for the AICTE affiliated institutions. You can take those programs. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for the valuable information. Now I request Shri Chandra Rasaka sir, Shri Chandra Rasaka sir onto the stage to felicitate the guests with memento and shawls. My special thanks to all my students and especially all the CSI coordinators for organizing this event. I am very thankful to you students for your kind patience. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Now P. Pranika, Joint Secretary of CSI IRE chapter, would propose the vote of thanks.
It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on behalf of Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, entire team of CSI, and on my own behalf, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to all speakers for gracing your important work and sharing with us your findings and opinions today. We are all inspired by your great work, sir. Thank you.